If you just joined us, the program is still Good Morning Abuja on NTA Channel 5, the Unity Station. On our conversation this morning, we shall be, of course, marking the International Day for Female Lawyers and Judges on the program. And we have a guest who is a barrister coming to talk to us on what the day is all about. And of course, you know, today being 10th of March is a day set aside to celebrate and our female lawyers and judges. So in the house this morning, we have Barrister Salem Hope Obochi Shaibu, a legal practitioner, and of course we are going to beam our searchlight on female lawyers and judges in Nigeria. Join me as I welcome her to Good Morning Abuja this morning. Good morning, good to have you. You're looking so pretty.
Thank you, ma. Good morning, ma, and good morning, Nigerians.
All right, congratulations on your day.
Thank you.
Today
so
is
Thank you
your
so
day,
much. Yes.
so you can make shakara. That's on a lighter note,
Yes.
anyway. Okay, now equality.
Okay.
You know, in the judicial system has been historically uneven, and of course, how does the declaration of March 10th every year, you know, by the United Nations General Assembly, United Nations General Assembly, you know, affect this?
Okay, the declaration has set aside a day for us to celebrate the female lawyers and judges in our judicial system. You know, being a lawyer, there are a lot of stereotypes that are attached to a woman being a lawyer, since it's a male ward where you have the male folks dominating the profession. So there are a whole lot of challenges women face in this profession, where you feel, okay, she's a woman, she's weak, a weaker vessel. So, you know, this is a rugged profession, and people try to, you know, downplay this. So I think setting aside a day to celebrate the impacts, the contributions of these strong women, these women who have bridged that gap, I think is applaudable.
It is.
Yes.
And of course, we commend you and your doggedness in that profession as a woman. All right. Of course, you know, every year, like 8th of March is set aside to celebrate women globally and the rest of them. And of course, see us today, 10th of March, celebrating, you know, female lawyers and judges. In Nigeria, let's come back home now.
Okay.
How would you assess your impact in this profession?
Okay, female lawyers and judges have really impacted our judicial system in several ways.
Okay.
But for time constraint, I would just like to limit it to just two contributions.
Okay.
The first I want us to talk about is, you know, we've seen women grow from nothing to become judges, to become justices of the Supreme Court. And you know, when you're in the Supreme Court, when there's a case before you and you're contributing to that case, giving your opinions, those opinions form part of what give rise to the judgment. And these judgments are now part of our laws as judicial precedent. So for a woman to be at that point, giving her own opinion to land on landmark cases, no, it's something we should applaud. We have the like of Justice Mary Odili. We still have about, I think, 3 to 4 female in the Supreme Court currently who are doing greatly. And also we've seen female lawyers create organizations that educates the community. Like a whole lot of women go through domestic violence. We've seen children being abused. We have the like of FIDA, we have Protect the Child Foundation. We have so many foundations out there that educate people, because it is one thing for you to know you're even abused. It is one thing for you to know you're a victim. Are you getting me? So these people don't just stop at educating these women, they also show them the right way to access justice. And sometimes you may even know the right way, but you don't have the finance to pursue this thing. So we still have female lawyers who are ready to take up these cases pro bono. So there is no how you talk about the impact of women in the judicial system and you don't narrow it to the society at large. Do you understand?
Yes, and how they have been impacting positively on the society.
Yes.
And looking at it, you mentioned when I asked you the first question,
Yes.
you said though you are not really many in the profession.
Yes.
So what's your ratio to male lawyers in the judicial system?
Like I said, in the Supreme Court now, I think currently we have like about 13 justices of the Supreme Court, and I don't think the women are up to 5. So you can see the male are dominating this position. Even the high courts, when you go to the high court, you see male judges and you see maybe very few female judges. Also, I think there was a statistic taken in 2022. The ratio was of lawyers, the ratio of female was 38%, while the male was about 62%. So it's very glaring that the profession is when I say a male word, but even at that, it was worse before. So women are now bridging the gap. They are filling up. A lot of women are coming out. I think we've had a female CJN. We have Chief Justice of some high courts as female. So before you even see 1 or 2, you would have seen like 50 male lawyers and male judges. But now I think the ratio is closing up.
How can we propagate the gospel of making people, making female folk, go into this profession for us to have maximum impact in Nigeria?
Okay. One of the ways we do this is by encouraging our daughters to take the career paths. Also, when women, there are some people who are watching this show currently now, as it's being televised, they are seeing a woman speaking that is a lawyer. Trust me, they want to also shine. So, somehow, this talk show is already influencing their minds. We've also seen women in high position. You're seeing a woman as a son. You also want to be in that position. Then there are other symposiums that are organized where you tell them the benefits of being a lawyer and what you can do, this, that, and these girls, they see and they hear these things. So I think they just have to.
All right, in delivering in doing your work, in the ruling and passing judgments and the rest of them, what would you say are your challenges, your major challenges as female lawyers and judges in Nigeria? Okay,
that comes to the issue of stereotyping. Okay, because when a female judge is on a case, maybe a case that is related to domestic violence, and she's giving judgment in favor of the woman, you hear talk like, oh, she's a woman, she's being biased, she's being partial, she's emotional, she's putting her emotions into it. So you hear this kind of, talks here and there. You understand? And they just feel that because you are a woman, you can't deliver like the male judges. We have the like of Justice Nyako in this thing. She's currently handling the case of this Kalu, and she's doing exceptionally well. You understand?
Sure.
So you get this kind of stuff and they just feel that, okay, because she's a woman and this case is relating to a woman and she has to just be partial about it, she's biased, and but when it is a male person, you don't hear that kind of a thing. And also, I want to point out something. I think there was this case, this same justice, I think her husband was facing an alleged case of fraud alongside his 2 sons with EFCC, I think against EFCC. And EFCC said, please, any case this woman is on that is related to EFCC and this thing, please collect all the case from her. Let her not sit on any of these cases. It's wrong.
So what's the way forward now for us to get it right, and also, of course, have like inclusive kind of delivering of our work?
Okay, I feel one of the way forward is to give equal participation. If we're talking about appointing justices to the Supreme Court, if you have 10 slots, let it be 5 to 5. Let it be 5 women and 5 men. Do you understand? Let it be 5, and also we should also encourage more, like you said, more female to push to that peak. Then another challenge we face is that our payments are not the same when you come to the legal office. They tend to pay the male folks higher than the female folks. I don't know their reasons.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
A whole lot of law firm pays their female lawyers lower than they pay the male lawyers. So these things should be equal. I don't know how they measure the.
But do you think, will you attribute that to the challenges you mentioned about maybe women being engaged in domestic?
Yes, they just feel a woman will. Some don't even take women lawyers. You see this in the only written male lawyers. As in, they don't even take. So I think they should look for a way to just settle this matter. Okay. You understand? So that everybody would. And funny enough, there are so many women doing amazingly well, even attacking this profession better than the male.
Okay.
Are you getting me? So it is wrong for you to just conclude that, okay, because these people are women and they may go for maternity leave, I don't want somebody that I will have work now. She will not be there to deliver. Okay, let me just carry her. At least maybe 1 or 2 within a year, she would not come to work for 3 months. So let me just pay her low. So those things should stop.
Okay.
It should stop, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yes.
Well spoken, Barrister Salem.
Thank you.
We appreciate you coming
so
on this
much.
program.
Thank you so
and
much.
of course, today is your day.
Yes.
It's good to highlight some of these challenges so
Yes.
that the relevant stakeholders out
Yes.
there will listen and, of course, take action. Thank you once again for
Thank
coming
you
on
so
Good Morning
much. Thank you so
Abuja
much.
and
Thank
for
you
your
so much.
input.
It's a pleasure, ma. Thank
Okay.
you.
Yes, I've been speaking with Barrister Salem Hope Obochi Shaibu, a legal practitioner, and of course the discussion has been around the impact of female lawyers and judges in Nigeria. Of course, today is the International Day for Female Lawyers and Judges, and in marking this day, of course, we brought this discussion your way. We've had their challenges, the relevant authority out there, you know, it's up to you for action. The program is still Good Morning Abuja. It continues shortly. Stay with us.